recording. Stop recording button. Stop recording button.
Good morning, everybody. I haven't done a video in quite some time, but today I want to talk about my journey going through physical therapy a second time. For the last couple of weeks, I have been doing physical therapy. I have been getting up for an hour and a half at a time. And during this hour and a half, I go down to a physical therapy gym and I do physical therapy just like lots of people do. They're getting me up in a wheelchair and I'm going about the facility in a wheelchair. I went through a discouraging news the other day, finding out that my left side of my body is weaker than the right side of my body. And also, I found out that I really don't have a lot of strength in that side. That's why I'm having the issue lifting that other leg. Plus, it's all swollen up from congestive heart failure. I have left ventricular congestive heart failure and lymphedema. And my lymphedema, I was born into it. We just found out recently that within the last 6 months or a year that my daddy's daddy has lymphedema, and he's in his 80s. It struck him later in life, unlike me. But turns out my family were all carriers for this thing. Congestive heart failure is inherited. Lymphedema is inherited. And it's all one big bad burrito that nobody wants to eat. And if this disease really were a burrito, I'd leave it sitting on the shelf right where it belongs in a store or freezer somewhere, not consumed by me. But with all that aside, I'm thinking very much that and hoping and praying that I'm going to bounce back from this. And if I ever do regain my ability to move and to walk and to be independent again, I'll be damned if I let somebody stick me in a hospital bed and not let me get up. Because that's what happened to me before. I went in the hospital. It's nothing I could help, I don't reckon. The way I went in, I had cellulitis and sepsis. And if I hadn't gone in when I did, I probably would have died. Because I believe I was just hours away from dying. Mere hours. I do mean that. You know, because I remember I even told my Mom, I don't feel well. I'm going to go take a shower. Because I don't know if I'm going to have to go to the doctor or not. So I told her, if you hear me fall, you know what to do. You call them. So she stayed up while I took a shower. And then I got out of the shower. By that time, my temperature had done jumped from 97 to 101. And then it jumped from 101 to 103. And then it jumped from 103 to 105. By the time I reached the hospital, it was 105. It just kept climbing. It wouldn't matter how much Tylenol I took. Hell, I took 2 Tylenol, 3, before I went and got in the shower. Then I turned around and took 2 extra strength Tylenol. Then I took Then I took something else. Can't remember exactly what it was. Oh, now I do. It was promethazine for nausea. So I took promethazine, Tylenol 3, 2 Tylenol 3, 2 extra strength Tylenol. And then when they got me to the hospital, they gave me fentanyl. And when I say I was knocked the hell out, that's exactly what I was. But I'm very thankful that they got me to the hospital, because I do believe that I was about to succumb to whatever was wrong with me. Because literally, it took 2 paramedics and my dad in his wheelchair. My dad was like, grab my hand, now turn around, grab the other guy's hand. And the one other guy was like, now grab my hand, now sit down. And hell, I was so weak that I could hardly stand. And they got me to the hospital and they said, could you stand and transfer for us? I said, no, I don't feel like trying to stand. But when I first went in the hospital that time, I was so weak I couldn't even, you know, I slept for 2 days after I was in there. That's all I did was sleep. But I was in the bed for 10 days after that. And I haven't really recovered since then, which is really scary. Anyway, I'm really praying that physical therapy is going to do me well, and that I'm really going to be able to come back from this and be home with my family and do what I used to do. And, you know, maybe not exactly what I used to do, but be home with my family and my fur babies. The hardest part about being in one of these places is that the pets can't live with you. And I'm used to always having a dog by my side. And being blind in one of these places isn't easy either. Sometimes I'm forgotten. Sometimes they forget to make sure I have a tray. And sometimes they forget a whole bunch of things. But, you know, I rarely ever complain about anything. I try not to, because that's the last thing I'll tell you guys. That's the last damn thing a nursing home wants is someone who is a complainer. Anyway, feel free to like and comment and reach out to me. I'm blind. I just started doing this on Christmas of last year, and I'm so excited because I think this is really going to be one way for me to reach out of this environment that I'm in and share a side of care that is rarely discussed or talked about. They're also talking about fitting me for compression stockings. Anyway, this is just crazy, everything that's happened, but I have to admit that's a big improvement. I can't deny that. From what I've been doing, that's a huge improvement. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all and have a blessed day.
Stop recording button.